Arc fault breakers, also known as IF-SAIs, are generally required when replacing an electrical panel in Washington state. Washington Administrative Code 194.1583 dictates this requirement, referencing Section 501.4 of the latest adopted edition of the National Fire Protection Association 70, which is also known as the National Electrical Code or NEC. The National Electrical Code Section 210.12b specifies that IF-SAIs are required for all 15-amp and 20-amp 120-volt branch circuits that supply outlets or devices installed in dwelling units, including any additions to those units. This means that when you are updating or replacing an electrical panel, any of those circuits must be protected by arc fault circuit interrupters. Furthermore, NEC Section 110.3b necessitates compliance with applicable adopted codes, and in this scenario, that is Washington Administrative Code 194.1583. This means that you not only have to adhere to the National Electrical Code, but also to the specific regulations put in place by Washington State. Now, there is an exception to this requirement, which is important to note. The exception states that if you are replacing an existing panel with an identical panel that does not already have arc fault circuit interrupters, then you are not required to install IF-SAIs. This means that if your old panel did not have IF-SAIs and you are simply swapping it out with the same type of panel, you are exempt from having to upgrade to arc fault protection. However, if you are upgrading the panel, increasing its capacity, or changing its configuration in any significant way, then the arc fault breaker requirements do apply. It is also important to know what arc fault breakers do and why they are required. Arc fault breakers are designed to detect dangerous electrical arcs that can occur in damaged or degraded wiring. These arcs can be a major cause of electrical fires, and the arc fault breakers are designed to trip and cut off the power before a fire can start. Firstly, an arc fault is an unintended electrical discharge between two or more conductors. This can happen for various reasons, such as damaged insulation, loose connections, or corrosion in electrical wiring. The heat generated by these arcs can ignite surrounding materials, which can then cause a fire. Secondly, traditional circuit breakers are designed to protect against overloads and short circuits. Overloads occur when too much current is flowing through a circuit, which can cause the wires to overheat. Short circuits occur when there is a direct connection between two conductors, which causes a large amount of current to flow instantaneously. While traditional circuit breakers are effective at protecting against these types of electrical faults, they are not designed to detect arc faults. Arc faults typically involve lower levels of current than overloads or short circuits, and they may not trip a traditional circuit breaker. Thirdly, arc fault circuit interrupters are designed to detect the unique characteristics of electrical arcs. They use sophisticated electronics to analyze the waveform of the electrical current and identify patterns that are indicative of an arc fault. When an arc fault is detected, the IF-SAI will quickly trip and cut off the power to the circuit, preventing a fire from starting. Now, there are two main types of arc fault circuit interrupters. These include branch or combination IF-SAIs and outlet branch circuit IF-SAIs. Branch or combination IF-SAIs provide protection for the entire branch circuit from the panel to the outlets. They are typically installed in the electrical panel and are designed to detect both parallel and series arc faults. A parallel arc fault occurs between two conductors, while a series arc fault occurs within a single conductor. Outlet branch circuit IF-SAIs provide protection only for the portion of the branch circuit downstream from the outlet where they are installed. They are typically installed in the first outlet in a circuit and are designed to detect parallel arc faults. When it comes to installation, arc fault circuit interrupters must be installed by a qualified electrician, as they require specialized knowledge and equipment. The electrician will ensure that the arc fault circuit interrupters are properly wired and installed, and that they are functioning correctly. It is also important to test the arc fault circuit interrupters regularly to ensure that they are working properly. This can be done by pressing the test button on the IF-SAI, which will simulate an arc fault and cause the IF-SAI to trip. If the IF-SAI does not trip when the test button is pressed, it should be replaced immediately. The Washington Administrative Code, or WAC, is a compilation of the rules adopted by state agencies in Washington. It includes regulations related to various aspects of life in the state, including electrical installations. Washington Administrative Code 194.15 is the specific section that deals with electrical regulations, and subsection 83 specifically addresses the requirements for ground fault circuit interrupters or GFCIs and arc fault circuit interrupters or RFCIs. The National Fire Protection Association 70 or NFPA 70, also known as the National Electrical Code or NEC, is a widely adopted standard for safe electrical installation. It provides detailed guidelines for electrical wiring, overcurrent protection, grounding, and many other aspects of electrical safety. The National Electrical Code is updated every 3 years to reflect the latest advances in electrical technology and safety practices. Section 210.12 of the National Electrical Code specifically addresses the requirements for arc fault circuit interrupter protection. As mentioned earlier, it mandates the use of RFCIs in 15 amp and 20 amp 120 volt branch circuits that supply outlets or devices installed in dwelling units. Section 110.3b of the National Electrical Code is a general requirement that states that all electrical equipment must be installed and used in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and all applicable codes and standards. This section is important because it reinforces the need to comply with not only the National Electrical Code, but also any other applicable codes or standards, such as the Washington Administrative Code. It is crucial to consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector to ensure that any electrical work complies with all applicable codes and regulations. They can provide guidance on the specific requirements for arc fault circuit interrupters and other electrical safety measures. Ignoring the arc fault breaker requirements could have serious consequences, including fines, penalties, and potential liability for damages caused by electrical fires. It is essential to prioritize electrical safety and ensure that all electrical work is done in compliance with applicable codes and regulations. To summarize, when replacing an electrical panel in Washington state, arc fault breakers are generally required for 15 amp and 20 amp 120 volt branch circuits that supply outlets or devices in dwelling units. The requirements are detailed in Washington Administrative Code 194.15a-3, which references the National Electrical Code section 210.12b. There is an exception for replacing an existing panel with an identical one without arc fault circuit interrupters. Arc fault breakers are important safety devices that help to prevent electrical fires by detecting and interrupting dangerous electrical arcs. It is important to consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Additionally, keep in mind that electrical codes and regulations are subject to change, so it is important to stay up to date on the latest requirements. The National Electrical Code is typically updated every 3 years, and state and local codes may also be amended periodically. Always refer to the most current versions of the codes when performing electrical work. If you are unsure about any aspect of electrical safety or code compliance, it is always best to seek professional assistance. A qualified electrician can assess your specific situation, provide expert advice, and ensure that all electrical work is done safely and in accordance with all applicable codes and regulations. Remember, electrical safety is paramount, and it is always better to err on the side of caution. By following these guidelines and seeking professional assistance when needed, you can help to ensure the safety of yourself, your family, and your property.